Welcome, my fellow agents. I'm Agent Multichang, Master of Disguise, and today I wanted to talk about something. Now, if you've seen my channel any amount of time, you know that I don't typically involve myself in YouTube drama. I personally think that a lot of YouTube drama is just petty, and it usually isn't worth my time. And it doesn't involve me, so I don't usually talk about it. But today there's today something uh there's been a lot of things going on on the internet right now involving CallMeCarson, and I felt like this is something I need to talk about. I'm not going to talk about CallMeCarson too much because, like I said, it's just YouTube drama. I don't want to get too much involved into that, and also because we still don't know all of the details concerning the CallMeCarson allegations, and he himself has not yet put up a video as of me making this one. So, um, I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to use this sort of as an opportunity to give some of you my personal viewership, some opinions of mine, um, and some things that have just been going through my head lately. Uh, lately, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me noticing this, but I've noticed a strange I don't know how to explain, like a strange um like a strange uprise, sort of, if you will, of just of pedophilia on the internet. It almost seems like every month or every month or so we get another thing happening where someone does some pedophilic type stuff on the internet. Now, keep in mind, I'm not Call Me Carson a pedophile. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not here to bastardize him. I'm not here to defend him. I'm staying neutral through everything since we don't know all the details. But something I have noticed is an uprise of pedophilia on the internet. And what I consider pedophilia, in my eyes, what I consider pedophilia is when an adult, someone who is over the age of 18, does some sexual misconduct or does something sexual with someone who is under the age of 18, 17 or below. That's what I consider pedophilia. Um, and I've just noticed that there's just been a lot of stories like that recently. Like what, just last year maybe, or was it something? It was either last year or the year before. I don't remember exactly, but remember when Twitter had that whole pedophilia situation where Twitter was pretty much inviting pedophilias onto their platform, and there was a bunch of these accounts named like Map or No Map or Pro Map or some stupid crap like that, and basically we're out here just advocating pedophilia, which in my eyes is super fucking disgusting. Because pedophilia, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck what your past is. I don't give a fuck what your opinions are. Pedophilia is fucking wrong. All right. You should not prey on a child and take away their innocence. That is wrong. You should not be having sexual conversations with a child. You should not be doing anything sexual with a child. You should not target children. You should not target children for sexual behavior. That is wrong. You should be fucking locked up and put in goddamn prison if you are a fucking pedophile. Now, that being said, like I said, I'm not Call Me Carson a pedophile just yet. I'm not. Like I said, this isn't about him. This isn't about him right now. As of right now, we're cutting off the entire Call Me Carson conversation. Um, but there is something to be said about this situation, because we've seen this happen before. We've seen a lot of this happen before. Remember the whole line maker situation, the Minecraft YouTuber where he was caught sexting a bunch of minors as well, and he got caught, and he got punished for it, and people don't even know, barely even know his name anymore. And when it's brought up, people just go, "Oh, that guy." This type of shit ruins careers. I don't understand why a YouTuber or anyone in a position of power would even take that risk, and just talk to a minor and just have some sort of weird sexually charged conversations with them. I don't understand why you would risk it all just for that. Like me, I wouldn't even consider myself a big YouTuber. All right, but I have a viewership. I have you guys who faithfully watch my videos, and I thank you every single day for that. And I wouldn't, and even though my viewership isn't the largest, I still wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't put myself in that sort of position and lose it all like that, right? That's just not an option in my mind. For me, you got to be 18 years or older to talk to me. especially if you wanna build, you know, a long lasting relationship with me, like not even just like not even just sexually or romantically, like relationship as in like you want me to stick around for long periods of time, like you have to be at least 18 for me to want to talk to you for long periods of time. If you want to build a friendship, like a romantic relationship, anything, like you got to be a certain age for me to want to be like mentally and emotionally invested in you, you know? Like let alone physically, emotionally and mentally invested in you. You got to be fucking 18 physically, bro. You definitely gotta meet that requirement, right? Like no fucking questions, all right? And that's how I roll. I feel like that's how everyone should roll. That's how everyone should act. You know, 18 years or older, that is the fucking criteria to talk. And that's where I don't understand, like how the fuck people keep getting themselves in these situations. They should, in my mind, they should have this thought process. Like, I'm not saying everyone should just be like me or take from my example, but I feel like everyone should have that sort of standard when it comes to building relationships with people, or when it comes to like talking to anybody. You should have that standard in yourself, not to risk it all, because like I feel like uh situations like Call Me Carson's, like a lot of people it's a lot of people are, just okay. And I said we aren't going to talk about the Call Me Carson situation, but here, let me talk about it a little bit more. All right, like I said, not taking sides. I'm trying my hardest to be neutral here, but a lot of people are like defending him, like, oh yeah, the age gap isn't that large. It's only by 2 years. But at the same time, in my mind, the female in this situation, she's still a child. She is 17. She was 17 years old at the time. She is still a minor in my eyes. And I live in California. I must say that I live in California, and here, because I know in states it's different, but here in California, the age of consent is 18. Period. No fucking exceptions. If you are here in California, if you are 18 and you get caught having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old, you are going to prison, and you have to register as a sex offender, right? And that's bottom line. That's the law here, and I respect that law. I am in full agreement with that law, if I'm being completely honest. Like there's a lot of laws here in California that I don't agree with, but I do agree with that law. You know what? No, actually, I'm wrong. Holy shit, I just realized I'm wrong. They changed the law. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, you know what? No, I just realized that was a law. That was a law. That was last year's law. That was a couple of years ago's law. Actually, I just realized I'm wrong. The law is different now. California actually came out with a law. I almost completely fucking forgot about this. I'm sorry. I just spread misinformation. I am sorry. I apologize for that, okay? But California actually passed a different law. Uh, a new law that they call the age gap law, which by the way is now confirmed. It has been passed by fucking Congress. All right. Um, here's how the law goes. Right. Basically this basically technically means that the age of consent is now 14. Okay. So this is where the misinformation that I was spreading comes from, where I said 18, bottom line, you're going to prison. That's actually incorrect now. Um, Pretty much, uh, if a minor is of the age 14 to 17, if they're still a minor, right? Basically, the lowest they can go is 14. Basically, an adult is able to have a sexual relationship with them as long as the age gap is within 10 years. I personally think that is fucking disgusting. You know what? Yeah. Retract that entire statement with the I agree with the California age gap, or the California age law, because now I forgot that they changed it. That's my bad. But it has been changed now. So that is the new law, basically. So essentially, here's what this means, right? A 24-year-old man or woman A 24-year-old individual can have a sexual relationship with a 14-year-old individual. There are some 14-year-olds, people. There are some 14-year-olds that are still in fucking middle school, okay? Because, yeah, because you start ninth grade. You start ninth grade at the age of 14, I believe, right? Yeah, I think. Well, pretty much, I'm gonna stand by that statement, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, I think I remember in eighth grade. In eighth grade, most people are typically they start eighth grade at the age of 13, then they turn 14, and then they go to high school freshman year at the age of 14, then they turn 15. Yeah. I believe that is correct. There are so keep that in mind. There are some 14-year-olds that are still in middle school. So you are telling me that a 24-year-old fucking adult is allowed to have a sexual relationship with a middle schooler? That is fucking disgusting in my eyes. And I don't understand how people are supporting this type of behavior. That's what fucking that's what confuses me the most. That's what I can't grip my fucking mind around. I can't even talk right now because I'm just so flabbergasted. All right. I don't understand how there are people who agree with this shit and who defend this type of shit. All right. I don't understand that. Most sane, rational thinking adults like me, you, and hopefully everyone else watching this video, we 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 know, right? We know that this shit is wrong. We know it's fucked up, right? A 20-year-old man should not be allowed to fuck a high schooler, all right? No, definitely fucking no. Unless they are the age of 18 or fucking older, they should not be allowed to have a sexual relationship with them. Bottom line, period, point, goddamn blank. That is what I believe. Unless they are 18 or older, they should not allowed to, like, children can't consent, all right? Minors cannot consent. That's what the main thing I'm getting here. If you are a minor, you are not allowed to have a sexual relationship with an adult. Period. All right. Fucking creepy Joe Bob from down the street shouldn't be allowed to smash a fucking little Susie in fucking ninth grade. That's just not how it should work. That's disgusting. And like, oh my god, that's pretty much what I believe. You know, the age gap law is fucking disgusting. And like, sorry, I'm thirsty and hungry. But yeah, after hearing that law, I was fully disappointed in California. Like I said, at this point, I don't think I really agree with any of California's laws. Like, of course, there are some where it's like, oh, okay, I kind of get it, but that one just doesn't make any sense. But back to the people, back to what I was saying about people who defend this type of behavior. You shouldn't defend this type of behavior. All right, it's disgusting. It's gross. Pedophilia is wrong. Pedophiles are fucking disgusting. They should be locked up, and they should face fucking harsh punishment. There's no exception for any of that shit. All right. So I don't know. How should I wrap up this video? I don't know. Should I just keep talking? Well, I don't want this video to be too long, but pretty much, well, the whole point I'm trying to get to from in this video is, if you are the age of 18 or higher, if you are a legal adult, 18 or older, you should not be like getting emotionally or mentally invested in anybody who is not older than 18. Like, the only exception to that, because I have seen this before, the only exception is if, oh, excuse me, God, that Baja Blast. The only exception to this is if you knew the person in high school, right? Okay, let's say this, right? I'll give you an example, right? Let's say, right, there are two high schoolers, right? One of them's a junior and one of them's a sophomore, right? And like the age gap between them is just like 1 year, right? Like a year or something, or maybe even fucking 2 years. Who knows? I don't care. But let's say, right, one of them was 16 and like the other was like 15 or 14, right? And they started dating. and they decided to date all throughout high school. And now one of them's graduated; they are 18, and the other one's 17 and is a senior, right? But they're still like together, or maybe not even like sexually. Maybe they're just friends, right? I think that's okay, just because they met and when they were still both minors, right? They were both still minors at the time. They had a little thing. They had their high school sweetheart type shit, right? And I feel like that is acceptable because at least you weren't because you were not an adult when you met this person because you were both children when you met each other, right? In my eyes, it is wrong if you are an adult, right, 18 years or older, and then you meet someone who is a minor, 17 years or younger, and then you do something sexual with them. That is wrong. Okay? I think most people will agree with me on that, right? And yeah, but that's pretty much where I'm getting to. Pedophilia, it's wrong, right? There should be no exception to pedophilia, or there should be no one defending this type of behavior. It's honestly just fucking disgusting. Children can't consent. Pedophilia isn't a sexual orientation. It's a fucking felony, and people really need people really need to open up their fucking mind, and they really need to understand, like, what's at stake here. These are children we're talking about. All right, these are minors. These events fuck with them for the rest of their lives. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna wrap this whole thing up, like I said, with all those statements I've made. Um, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.